process in drying the worms? Like, how did you acquire this one?
We just chose a point.
You chose points.
2 points.
Yes.
One near the front and one near the back.
Yeah.
Okay, now for fun.
Yeah. So, did you look, so you looked at the earthworms, but what about the soil and so forth that they were living in? Did you maybe look at that to see if they also change it in the soil, like,
That was
presumably they're eating stuff, but also excreting, so.
Yeah.
We did image the soil and compared a little bit on that. We didn't look too much in detail about it because we really wanted to focus on the worms. However, we also wanted, as mentioned in the future research, do just the soil to see if anything in the soil is also changing the speciation of the elements.
Yeah, because right now we're sure that there is a change in the worm, but we don't know if the worm is causing that change, or is it just the soil that already changed the speciation and the worm just uptook the organic selenium, so.
There was organic soil after the scrambling, but there wasn't before.
Yes.
The soil that you used, was it sterilized before, or is it?
The soil we used, we actually took castings from the worms. And it wasn't sterilized in advance, which is why we did the XRF scan of it, of soil that hadn't had worms in it and that had, so we could compare like the control.
I'm just wondering if bacteria could be responsible.
Which is, again, something we wanted to investigate by doing soil with simply the selenium in it and no worms.
Right, and the XRF images of the worms.
Oh, the images, sorry.
Yeah, so do you think, is that a thickness effect, or do you think there's actually more selenium kind of on the interior of the worm? Because you're going through, that's like, these are whole worms, right?
Yeah, and this
These
shows
are
actually arsenic.
Arsenic.
Oh, this is so
Right.
sorry, do you think there's more arsenic there, or is it just
Towards
like
the
a thickness
center?
effect, because you're, you're going through more worm, basically?
So in this heat map, these are the same scale, so you can tell these worms are pretty much the same thickness.
Yeah, you certainly see more, I guess, in the selenite worm. So
Right.
for your treatments, the selenite and selenate were completely separate,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Separately, okay.
Yeah, and we don't have the pictures for the selenite ones here, but they also showed the same pattern.
Oh, we did.
Oh, yes, but, oh, yes, we do, okay, but they both, okay, never mind.
So in it, with this these images, so it looks like the arsenic is moving. How might that, like, just kind of looking at it, it kind of looks like, well, maybe is it the same amount, but it has shifted in terms of where in the worm it is? Or how do you interpret it?
So for the control worm, we can see there's more like red spot. So that means there's more higher concentration of the arsenic. And also from the imaging for selenium, we can see the selenium are concentrated towards the head of the worm, and as a result, the arsenic just moved towards the back of the worm.
So on the control, we saw there's a large cluster here, so it's very closely clustered. Whereas in the selenites, began to spread and move more towards the back, which is what interpreters said is it moving. Whereas in the selenate one, it had completely shifted towards the back of the worm, which is where we took that interpretation that it shifts it more towards the rear, because it was more spread out in the selenite and right to the back in the selenate.
Isn't your worm backwards on the selenite one?
I don't believe so.
We
We
flipped
flipped them to make sure
Yeah,
the
we
head
flipped
was in the
it,
same
yeah.
direction. Yeah.
It's like it's backwards.
Maybe it was
No,
just
we
like how the
flipped
world
it.
was like.
Yeah, we made sure we
Because they
flipped them to
dried
make
in
sure that
different shapes.
yeah.
It's great, we're not wrong.
So this is a whole worm, right? You haven't
Yeah,
is
whole
that
worm.
anything?
No, whole worm.
Because if you're doing XRF, then you'd be looking at ultimately kind of a surface layer, right?
Right.
You have kind of a penetrating depth.
Oh, no, it goes right through.
Oh.
It's
The worm's very thin, it's dry.
Yeah. Oh, it's dry though.
Yeah.
Squished.
We euthanized them with buffered formalin, and then we used here, I don't know how well you can see, but we used cover slips
Yeah.
to flatten the worms so we could get them as thin as possible against the petri dish, so that when they dried, we'd be able to get as much penetration with the XRF as we could.
So what's the like the width? What's the scale on those images?
The pixel size,
Millimeters, few millimeters.
the pixel size is 0.5 millimeters
Okay.
by 0.5 millimeters. Yeah. Yes.
It can be pretty challenging to tell the difference between organic selenites and reduced selenium species, like a selenide or even a selenium metal. And have you done any spectra of those, or was it just selenite, selenate, and then the organic ones?
We'd only done these controls.
There's a lady one too.
The foil. Yeah. Yeah. Just wondering if there's like iron present in the soil that you used. It's possible you had iron selenites as well. I don't know if worms would convert to selenite, but who knows?
We hadn't looked at that one.
They looked at a zinc selenite too.
Yeah, they had some selenite. Anyways, I enjoyed your poster. I read it once.
So, yeah, go to the.
No, going to
The
the
one? All right.
So yeah, so oh, you want to say? You say.
We have a bit of a trivia thing for the end. So if you could pull out your phones and go to kahoot.it, and we'll put the game code up on the screen. See how closely you were paying attention.
If you want to, by all means.
It's 100% optional.
Okay.
I don't want to see it.
It's fine. You can click there and click.
Oh, we're cured.
Sorry, didn't see your name.
Classic.
I got it.
Just do it. I think we're waiting for them to join. Oh.
There.
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
So the code is 654292.
They can see it, I think.
Appropriate nicknames.
So that's, you can turn the monitor on the monitor.
Sorry.
Turn it up a little
You
bit.
can keep it up, no, because the sounds are cool, but it's just.
Doctor.
Good? Volume wise.
A little bit more, so they can hear it. It's good to hear the gong.
Is that everyone? Good start.
Let's go.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Just 3 people?
Yeah, competitive.
All right.
Okay.
We'll start it.
Sounds so sad.
Oh.
We've learned so much about it.
So the answers should be on your phone.
Yeah, so you need to match the color.
Yeah, we competing against each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
The faster you answer correct
The
answers,
higher points.
the higher points you get.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's Jeopardy.
Love is the private number.
Yes.
It's not too hard.
You're faster than the teachers were.
Yeah, the teachers were not too.
It's a test
Not
of
too
speed
speedy.
at this point. Oh.
Hopefully this one's a little more challenging.
How come it's not? Even I don't know that.
None of these are correct, dang. My bad.
Oh. Dr. XS is on fire.
Where?
That'll cost you. Pulling away.
raised. I don't know if you can call it raising. Gummy worms.
Lumbricus terrestris was actually a different form of worm we did look at.
It's too
we
big.
didn't end up going with.
I don't know, crucial is a strong word.
Yeah. Suggest.
Who chose none of these are correct?
Oh,
Yay,
yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
You guys are faster than I figured.
Oh, do you have prizes for them?
No.
Sorry.
You could have brought like gummy worms or something. Alright, so that concludes our seminar. Thank you for coming.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you.